right, it's time for the big answer. We're going to get right into the big answer this week. The big answer is God can change anyone. That's our big answer this week. God can change anyone. Now, I'm going to get a little bit of help this week. I think I'm ahead of the curve this week, so let's see if I can get Pierre out of here. Pierre, are you in there? No, let's see. Oh, what is the secret code this week? Let me see. Oh, wow. Okay, let's try it again. Let's see. Oh, hey, Pierre, how are you?
Why are you making all that ruckus?
Why am I making all that ruckus? Well,
Yeah.
I need your help with something. But before
Hammering on my box? What are you doing?
Oh, I need your help. Right, but first of all.
Oh, you need my help, huh?
Yes, I need your help,
Always needing something.
Well, yeah, but I like your help. You have great help.
Well, of course I do.
But how you been?
I've been pretty good.
You're pretty good?
Yes.
What have you been up to?
Not getting the virus.
Not getting the virus. Well, that's a
Staying
good thing.
safe.
I'm staying safe
And
too.
at home.
And at home.
Yes.
Right. Clean cat box, right?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Working on it. Okay. All right. So it is time
Yeah.
for something I need your help with.
We're making mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
you know
favorite.
what? I love mac and cheese,
Yeah.
especially from Harps. You ever been there?
What's
Harps
a part?
mac and cheese. Awesome mac and cheese. It's a grocery store.
Oh.
Pretty close to you, I think.
Really?
Yes.
I don't get out of the house much.
Oh, they don't. Well, have somebody bring you some.
Okay, I will. All right.
Awesome. But it's actually time for the big answer.
Oh! I wasn't ready.
Oh, you wasn't ready. Okay. Well, it's time for the big answer. Yes, you're about to help me with the big answer. Oh, breathe. Breathe. Okay. All right.
Whew.
So,
Yeah.
now, all right. So you ready for that big answer?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
I think you'll do it really good this week.
Okay,
Really quick.
okay.
All right. So,
All right.
big answer again. Help us out right now. Is God can change anyone. God can change anyone. Did you hear that?
I heard that.
All right. So,
It
are
was
you
my
ready?
tumbly. It was rumbling.
So, you ready to help us with the big answer?
Yeah.
All right. So,
Yeah.
all right. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a countdown from 3. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
Tacos are good every day.
Oh.
Not just on Tuesdays, even Mondays and Sundays and Wednesdays and Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays.
Well, Saturdays.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
The day between Friday and Saturday.
Well, kind of like we're okay. Yeah. Okay. I like those. I like those times. That's my favorite times.
Yeah. Tacos are good all the time.
You're making me hungry. I'm really hungry right now. We always
Yes.
talk about food.
Yeah.
We never can eat until like an hour or two.
You know what my
later,
favorite
so-
taco is?
What's your favorite taco?
The Dorito Locos tacos from Taco Bell.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'll go get one here in a little bit.
I mean,
So-
why not put your favorite chip as a taco?
Well,
It's the best.
True. That is good. Yeah. But let's see. Was that the big answer? No. It wasn't quite the big answer. No. So you ready to try again?
Okay, I'll try again.
Okay.
All right.
Think about your taco. And that might clear your mind. Okay. So.
Melty cheese.
All right. So why he's
Shredded
thinking-
lettuce.
Shredded lettuce. Yeah.
Ground beef.
Ground beef. Ground beef's good. Yeah. Okay. So our big answer is God can change anyone. God can change anyone. Okay. Are you got a nap now? You
Yeah, that's the big answer, right?
No, that's not the big answer.
Naps are good for anyone?
No, naps. No, well, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
And that's
not.
what we're talking about today.
Well,
Taking a nap.
Oh, he's gonna take a nap. So we're gonna try this again, okay? So let's give him 7 3/4 second nap. You ready? Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and nap. It's over. Okay. So was that a good nap?
Wait,
What?
are we on camera?
Oh yes.
You let me sleep on camera?
Well, you might need. It helps you with the big answer.
Okay, you're right.
And you were dreaming of tacos?
Tacos and mac and cheese.
And mac and cheese. Oh, well,
That's a weird combination.
Yeah, but it might be a good thing. You might be onto something.
I might be.
Let's try that.
Coming soon, Pierre's cooking channel.
Yeah. So, are you ready to help us with the big answer?
Yes,
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, everybody home, you know the drill. Let's give him a drum roll. You ready? What is the big answer?
God can reach anyone.
All right, he is awesome.
yeah.
All right, good job on that big
Thank you.
answer. All right, so that's really good. We're dealing with the story of Joseph still,
Uh-huh.
and we're going to find out how God might have a work in his brothers. All
Oh, the
right?
bad ones?
Oh, the bad. Well,
they're no
yeah.
good.
Well, yeah, they're no good. But we're going to find out that God can change anyone. All right.
Okay.
So
right.
enjoy your tacos.
All right.
And we'll see you next week.
All right. See you
All right.
guys
Give it up for
next time.
Pierre.
Bye.
right, now we're going to go right into the Bible story. It's time for our Bible story. Now, our Bible story this week is found in Genesis 41, verses 1 through 28. Now, at this point in our story, we were talking about Joseph. Right now, he is the second in charge in Egypt. That means he's got a lot of power and a lot of authority right now. So, what he had done, you remember? He had interpreted Pharaoh's dreams. Now, the first dream was that there was going to be 7 years of plenty, and the second one that there was going to be 7 years of famine. That means hardly any food or water. So Joseph worked hard to store tons and 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 what am I thinking of? Tons and tons and tons and tons of grain. I mean, they worked hard for 7 years to store up all that grain, and they had plenty of grain to last them 7 years. Now, there were other parts of this story that you might remember, and they're called the brothers, right? Do you remember the brothers? All right, well, they were hungry. Now, they weren't just hungry. Some people have a word for it. It's called hangry, right? It's called hangry or something, but they were hungry, and they needed some food. So they decided they would pack up and make that journey all the way to Egypt to find some food. Well, they got to Egypt and they started begging for food. Oh, we need food. We need food. Food, food, food. Give us food. It wasn't quite like that, but they were really desperate for food. So they decided to go to Joseph, but they didn't know it was Joseph. But Joseph recognized them. They walked in and, sir, may we have some food? We'd like to bring some food back to our land and feed our people. And Joseph was like, I got to make them learn a lesson. So he immediately said, no, you are spies from the land of Canaan, and you're going to go to prison. Well, they brothers weren't expecting this at all. So they went to prison, and then Joseph said, all right, all of you but one go back and get your younger brother, Benjamin. Now, remember, they didn't recognize Joseph, okay? But Joseph really missed Benjamin, so he had them go seek him. Now, when Joseph left, he heard them mumble a few things. The brothers were like, you know what? We're being punished because of what we did to Joseph. Well, at that moment, that hit Joseph right in the heart. And he said, I've got to do something for them. So the brothers were heading back, and they had their bags of grain, and they decided to stop for the night. And they put all their bags down there, and one of the brothers got a bag, and let's go look at the grain. He looked in there. Yeah, that's grain. That's grain. Kind of looked around, looked back in there. Nah, I didn't see that. Looked back in there again. Hey, brother, come here. What's in this bag? He opens the bag, and they all start going, ah! They go open another bag. Ah! They open up another bag. Ah! And the whole place are just going, ah, 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 ah. There was money in those bags. Not only was there grain to feed them, but there was money in the bags. They couldn't believe what they saw here. And every bag had money in it. So they were like, what did God do? What did we do to deserve this? They recognized God had a hand in this. So in our lesson today, we're going to learn that from this story, God can help everyone. He can reach everyone as long as they have a heart that's repentant. There's no one that God cannot reach. All right, I need everybody right now, I need you to close your eyes. Close your eyes just for a few minutes, okay? Now, while your eyes are closed, think about something. Think about someone that you think that God may never be able to reach, Maybe someone who's hurt you, or maybe like a bully at the school, or maybe like mean girls, and trust me, I've had to deal with mean girls with my daughter, and they can really be mean. Or a bank robber, or something. Just pop in your mind somebody you think that possibly maybe they may never find God, or God may never reach them, okay? So after you thought about that for a minute, you can open up your eyes, but think about that person that you thought about while we read our lesson today. Now, there are many mean people in the world, lots of mean people. I mean, I deal with mean people in my day-to-day life sometimes. They don't care if they break laws, or if they hurt people, or if they go against God's will. That person you thought of, will they ever get right with God? Think about that. Really think about that for a moment. Now, if Joseph was here this morning, right next to me, who do you think he would have put on that list in his mind? Oh yeah, all of his brothers, not just one person, all of his brothers. His brothers were really mean to him. I mean, not only did they shun him, but they took him out to the desert and left him for dead, but then they sold him, and then they were done with him. I mean, they were really mean to him. So I'm sure Joseph has thought sometimes, I can't forgive them. Maybe God can't forgive them. He's probably had those thoughts in his mind before. He believes that maybe God didn't change their hearts at all. God can get through to people. He can cause things to happen in their lives to help them understand their need for him. Now, there's a movie that I really, really like. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And there's a scene where they build this church, a little church in Louisiana. They just got it built. It's their first night service that they had. They're having a great service and they're having testimonies. And this man walks in the back of the church and he just stands there with he looks kind of like a bully, kind of like a big bully. And after one of the songs are done, he does this really sarcastic clap. And he starts to cause trouble with the church and telling that preacher that, I don't want your church here. Your church shouldn't be here. They took it outside and the preacher told him to get out of here, and quit causing problems, and come back when his heart is ready. Well, later on in the movie, that church is having a big potluck and party for the church, and everybody's having fun. They're singing songs and they're eating. And the preacher looks down the road and there's this bulldozer slowly coming toward the church. Just really, really slow. And soon enough, everybody notices it. The bulldozer pulls into the church lawn there and stops. And then the preacher says, well, can I help you, son? And that guy goes, I need you to move. I'm going to knock that church down. And that preacher instantly looked at him and said, you're not here to knock that church down. And the guy says, yes, I am. I'm here to knock that church down. And the rest of the church got together and they started praising God. They started laying their Bibles in front of the bulldozer. And that bully was telling his friends that come with him, like, move those Bibles, move those Bibles. And they were like, I ain't touching those Bibles. I ain't getting near those Bibles. So he said, fine, I'll get out of the bulldozer and go do it myself. He gets down there, he gets on one knee to grab that one Bible, and he immediately starts breaking down in tears. And that pastor comes over and prays with him and said, son, you didn't come here to knock down my church, did you? And he said, no, sir, I didn't come here to knock down your church. And in that moment, that situation brought him to that church and to that moment for him to find God and for him to find God's purpose in his life. It's an amazing scene. It's one of my favorite scenes from that movie. And I just like to watch that scene over and over again. It's a very inspiring scene. But he had his heart changed. And God can change those people's hearts. God changed Joseph's brothers' hearts. They were starving. They decided to brave the long distance to go find food. They took responsibility to go find that food. They had to do something about it. So God can put situations in our life to where we recognize our need for him. It could be hard times, like Joseph's brothers, or it could be a time that you're humbled, like the bully from that movie. If you're a person without God, you need to recognize that need. The brothers recognized their need for food. So they did something about it. But what they didn't know was that need for food was going to bring them to recognize their need for God. Once the brothers recognized their need, they took responsibility for their actions. Now, I have to ask you a question, and you might have done this with a brother or sister, but how many has ever tried to blame somebody on something? When I was a kid, I might have gone, blame somebody for something, and did it to my sister probably. But sometimes we don't want to take the blame. We want to give somebody else the blame. So it's like, who did that? Well, I didn't. It's not my fault. It's their fault. He started it. People do that. And instead of taking the blame, we should be more like Joseph's brothers and take responsibility for the actions that we've had. When we sin, whose fault is that? It's your fault. Yeah, it is. It's only our fault when we sin. The final step for coming back to God was near the end of our Bible story. Now, do you remember when the brothers opened the sacks? They were looking through those sacks, and not only was there grain in there, but there was money. That was an amazing moment. Did they deserve that? No, they didn't deserve it at all. They didn't deserve that money or that grain. But you know what? They received the blessing, and they immediately recognized that was God that did that for them. And they gave God all the glory on that. They received God's grace. When it comes to God's grace, just ask and receive. And he's ready to give it to you. Just like that bully in that movie. He thought he was going to come there and knock down that church, but no. He was actually there to receive God's grace in that moment. It was an amazing moment for him. Remember the person that you thought of earlier when you closed your eyes. And remember that man in that movie I described to you. God loves them. He loves the bully. He loves the mean girls. He loves the bank robbers. All of them. He wants to reach all of them. So we're about to go into a time of worship here in just a moment. And during worship, let's pray a little bit. Let's pray during worship, and during that song, recognize your need for God. Recognize how much you need him. Your desire for God and his love. Take responsibility for the sin that you're dealing with, and then receive God's grace. God's grace is an amazing thing. God's grace is an amazing thing. And it's here for you.